Hello, I am Brandy Jordan, and this is your Inner Compass Report, also known as the Somatic Toolbox. This is not a forecast, it's a recalibration, a reminder of who you are underneath the noise and how to stay rooted in your body while the world shapes shifts around you. Each week, I will guide you through a theme that captures the pulse of what's moving in the cosmos. A somatic invitation to come home to your body, a dive into the human design mechanics that are behind the energy, and a therapeutic intervention with a trauma-informed lens to help you meet what's surfacing. I will also offer a body-based embodiment practice so that you can move that energy through your body, whatever is coming up for you. I'll also include a wild mind writing prompt so that you can see what's raw and real in your unconscious, touching onto the neurology that you have created. And then finally, an empowerment reflection, an affirmation, something that you can write down and carry with you during the week to remember your power and to anchor you into your truth. Now, we're not here to fix anything or to figure anything out. In this report, we are here to feel and to honor, to move through life guided by the compass that never breaks, your body, guided by your inner knowing. So, take a breath. You don't need to know anything. You just need to remember what's already inside of you. So let's begin. There is a sequence unfolding this week, a pressure to move, and a deeper invitation to pause, to let your voice rise from your body, not from your mind. To remember that this is not about astrology or gates on a chart. It is about your truth making its way to the surface. So with the Sun and Jupiter in gate 52, we are learning the power of stillness. Not stillness like suppression, but stillness like certainty, like strength. So my question to you is, can you stay seated inside yourself while the world pulls you for a reaction? Can you stay within the grounded mountain of who you are? And the Earth sits in 58, its polarity with joy as correction. It's the kind of joy that says, this could be better and I'm totally here for it. This is the ability to see improvement, correction, from a perspective of finding the joy in making it better instead of feeling the pressure of it not being good enough. With the Sun moving into gate 39, the gate of provocation, pressing on the bruise, right? Until the spirit wakes up. It's not provocation to be cruel, but to wake you back up to yourself. And the Earth meets gate 38, that meets in gate 38, the fighter. The fighter, but it's only the fighter for what life is asking for. And so if you're exhausted, you get to ask yourself, are you in a struggle that feeds you or depletes you? Are you struggling because struggling is where you came from and just what we do here? Or are you fighting for the purpose of your life, your existence? Is it feeding you or depleting you? And now Venus and Uranus are conjunct in gate 8. Richard talked a lot about this. And so this is the voice that doesn't wait for permission. It is dial as a transmission. If your contribution looks like no one else, that's the way it's supposed to be. This is about individual expression of your own unique style. And so if it's not like anybody else's, good. That's the point. Let your originality disrupt the field. Individuality is mutative. It changes people. They see who you are and they are never the same again when you show them your originality. That's what I mean by disrupt the field. Change the way people think that expression is available to them. And then deep under it all, the Saturn and Neptune holding their post together in gate 25, the spirit of self. This is the long road of becoming unarmored, of allowing the innocence of your spirit, of yourself, to be seen without masks, without shields, to be seen not just by everybody else, but by you, to allow you to live in the movement and expression of yourself. And it's grace, though, not as performance. You're not performing, you're being present. 25 is presence as myself, innocently, no preconditions, no ideas of the way it might. And then when Mercury is opposite Pluto, leadership and language in gate 31, pressure and mutation in gate 41. So there's a question here. Can you speak from the root, from the knowingness of your body, not from the script of your mind that thinks that it will lead someone somewhere? And then the moon, Richard mentioned the moon in a few different sequences here. So I just want to really talk about these gates and the emotional traveling that the moon is going to move through in gate 64, gate 47, and 48, and 22. So gate 64, confusion. This is the confusion that births poetry. This, if you've ever read a poem and thought, what? This is gate 64. This is the ability to sit in the story and find the brilliance. To sit in, to allow the confusion, allow the mind to not know. And that's where a beautiful story can be birthed. In 47, the weight of meaning that hasn't yet been formed, right? This is the pressure that comes together when the 64 and the 47 meet. This is the confusion and the weight, the pressure of understanding that confusion, the oppression even. So the meaning that we have not yet formed because we are still in this confused state of what is happening, allow that weight to form something. Allow the confusion to bring the pressure that creates poetry in your life. 48, the moon is going to touch on this depth. Richard talked about this talent and intuitive depth of knowing what to bring as a contribution to the world. And with the moon moving through here, we could have some experiences of the fear that we are not deep enough, that we don't have enough substance, that we are on the surface of our lives. So see where and if that is true for you. And then I really want to talk about gate 22 in this first quarter moon placement. This is grace with ourselves for our most raw emotions. And so that confusion and that oppression and the fear of depth, or the knowing of what your contribution is, this is the emotional emergence that breaks you open, that no longer wants to stay quiet. Gate 22 is the ability to express the truth of you gracefully. And grace doesn't come from the mind. Grace comes from authentic expression in the right moment. That thing that you've heard from that person at the exact right second that you needed to hear it, that softened your heart, that opened your eyes, that brought compassion back into your life. This is gate 22. And when it's traveling through the moon, this is the ability to allow your emotions to express themselves at correct timing. And then I want to talk about Mars, lastly, here in gate 29, asking, what are we saying yes to? And to remember that not all yeses are sacred. When you choose a yes, this means that you have said no to everything else. So choose those yeses are the path of yourself. They show you who you are. Yeses. So the Martian energy to stay devoted to your yeses and to understand how sacred your energy can be. So this week, speak from your body. Move from your yeses. Only your body yeses. Let stillness be your discipline. Let originality be your offering. Let emotion be your grace. Your emotions are your truth, which is grace. You are not too much. You are right on time. So I just want to offer a couple of practices for you. And pardon me, I'm going to look at my notes here. I want to offer a couple of practices that may support you this week. Root support. This is for 52, 58, and 29. If stillness, and I know 29 is not in the root, but this is the support that I thought would help these three energies. If stillness feels overwhelming, place something weighted on you, something heavy, something that has weight, and let your body know that you are not being forced to stop, but you're choosing to root. There is a difference. Now, our trauma would say, I must keep moving in order to be safe. So we want to meet that with a loving embrace. That's why this weighted object will be something that you can choose to perceive as helping you root in your body, reminding you that you are safe. And then once you are rooted in your body, we are going to dance with 8 and 22 and 31. And we are going to allow our body micro movement. Micro movement. Let your body move. Just one inch. A small sway, a sound, a shift in your posture. These small movements bring all of your energy, all of your attention into the movement, the way the muscle connects with your joints and your tendons and your bones to move itself. These micro movements help us get into the places where we have been frozen in expression. These parts, when we allow the micro movements our bodies begin to thaw. They begin to thaw without performance, without explanation, without achieving a certain outcome. Allowing your body its expression of movement with your awareness connected to movement. And then we're going to dip into 29 again. It's really important understanding where our sacred yeses live. And we're gonna play with 29, 38, and 30. And this is where we're gonna reclaim consent. So before you say yes to anything this week, I invite you to place your hands on your belly or on your heart and to ask yourself, is this really for me? Let your yes come from your sacral. Let your yes come from your gut, not your guilt. Now we're going to move into gate 22 and 47 and 64. They are connected in such a beautiful dance of emotional presence. So we're going to create a ritual here, an emotional presence ritual. And so this week, when you feel your tears, you feel an expression of emotion, heat, or a tingling up the back of your neck, let it rise. Let it happen. Place your hand. This is my favorite. I like to place my hand on my cheek and to hold my. This re-nurturing is very important. We were taught not to express, not to have emotions, not to let them be seen. To go in our rooms if we wanted to cry. I am inviting you to see yourself in your fullest emotional expression and to nurture yourself as a new parent nurturing a child. And you get to say softly to yourself, I do not have to do this alone. You are allowed to feel without collapsing. You are allowed to feel and stay. And finally, we are going to now meet with, again, gate 8, gate 31, and gate 25. And so I'm going to invite you into a voice reconnection. So that voice reconnection, I'm going to invite you to speak one sentence out loud that feels true, no filter. Then take a breath and notice how your body responds. Do you feel numb? Do you feel anxious? Are you in disbelief? Let your truth echo in your own bones before it reaches anyone else. That sentence that you speak out loud that feels true with no filter about your original, authentic contribution to the world. If it is pulsing through you, it is for you, it is on purpose. And so I invite you to connect with that as deeply as you can. This week, speak it. With your voice reconnection, feel it. With your emotional presence and re-nurturing. You're going to reclaim consent with your sacred body's energy, understanding that it is here for your purpose and not anyone's. Expressing those micro movements through your body, letting your body defrost from all of the masks and armor that you have been wearing. and grounded stillness. Being able to stay still, number one, in our body, number two, with our connection to our truth, number three, present in our emotions, number four, connected to our voice, number five. These are the things we're going to work on this week. Not working on, dancing with, experiencing. So feel free to visit the Somatic Toolbox at emergebydesign.net. In that Somatic Toolbox, you are going to find much more detailed information about these practices, more information about the themes and the energies, some of the trauma-informed practices that, or perspectives that may come into your experience, these things that may come up that may keep you from listening to your body. Go to emergebydesign.net and you will find many more tools. And please remember that we are always here, Richard and I, for you, for personal individual sessions. And we have a lot of offerings that we are moving into this fall. So please check them out at emergebydesign. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being on time for yourself and the world around you.